America succeeded in upgrading a fully armed and long-lasting ground attack variant that was greatly feared by Russia and China, namely the Lockheed AC-130 fighter aircraft. The Lockheed AC-130 is a C-130 cargo aircraft converted into a fighter aircraft. The Lockheed AC-130 fighter aircraft is a heavily armed, long-endurance, ground attack variant of the C-130 Hercules transport aircraft, a fixed-wing aircraft. The aircraft carries a variety of ground attack weapons integrated with advanced sensors, navigation, and fire control systems. Unlike other modern fixed-wing military aircraft, the AC-130 relies on visual targeting. The airframe was manufactured by Lockheed Martin, while Boeing was responsible for conversion to combat and support aircraft. The sole operator is the United States Air Force, which uses the AC-130U Spooky and AC-130W Stinger U variants for close air support, air interdiction, and force protection, with the upgraded AC-130J Ghost Rider entering service. This unusual aircraft's primary role was close air support. It can attack enemy positions, protect ground troops, or escort convoys. This aircraft can fire shots accurately and continuously at one point on the ground. This aircraft is able to fly faster than a helicopter, operates at higher altitudes, has a longer loiter time in the target area, and can carry much heavier weapons and more ammunition. The weapon was mounted so that it could be fired from the left side of the fuselage. During an attack, the gunship flies in a large circle around the target. So this aircraft can fire at targets for a much longer time than helicopters, conventional ground attack aircraft, or multi-role fighter aircraft. The AC-130 is armed with an array of weaponry that is greatly feared by Russia and China, including a series of cannons, howitzers, and Gatling guns. The following are the deadly weapons installed on the American AC-130 fighter aircraft. .20mm M61 Vulcan cannon. The M61 Vulcan is a hydraulically, electrically, or pneumatically actuated, 6-barrel, air-cooled, electric-fired Gatling-style cannon that fires 20mm by 102mm shells at a very high velocity, typically 6,000 rounds per minute. The M61 and its derivatives have been the primary gun armament of United States military fixed-wing aircraft for more than 60 years. .40mm L-60 Bofors cannon. The .40mm L-60 Bofors cannon is an anti-aircraft automatic cannon, designed in the 1930s by the Swedish arms manufacturer AB Bofors. The gun was designed as a mid-range anti-aircraft weapon, filling the gap between the fast-firing small-caliber anti-aircraft guns and the slower-firing high-caliber anti-aircraft guns, a role previously filled by older guns outdated. Throughout World War II, it became one of the most popular and widespread mid-range anti-aircraft guns. It was used by most of the Western Allies and some Axis powers, such as Nazi Germany and Hungary. The .40mm L-60 Bofors would continue to be used long after it became obsolete as an anti-aircraft gun due to the abundance of surplus weapons from World War II, and a small number of the .40mm L-60 Bofors guns are still in service today. .105mm M102 howitzer. The .105mm M102 howitzer is used in mobile air operations, such as helicopters, attack aircraft, and light infantry. The weapon is loaded and positioned manually and can be towed by a 2-ton truck or high-mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicle, transported by a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter, or dropped by parachute with an airborne unit. When deployed, the howitzer's high firing volume would offset the projectile's lower explosive weight compared to the Army's 155mm and 203mm howitzers. .30mm GAU-23/A Bushmaster cannon. The 30mm GAU-23/A Bushmaster cannon is a 30mm chain gun manufactured by Northrop Grumman. It is a derivative of the 25mm Bushmaster M242 and uses 70% of the same parts as the M242, while increasing firepower by 50% with a 20% increase in caliber size. The gun uses standard GAU-8 Avenger ammunition available in armor-piercing incendiary or API, high explosive incendiary or HEI, and armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot tracer or APS-SDST. The weapon can be converted to 40 by 180mm caliber, which involves replacing the barrel and several key parts to use the Super Shot 40 cartridge. AGM-176 Griffin missiles. The AGM-176 Griffin is a lightweight, precision-guided munition developed by Raytheon. These missiles can be launched from the ground or air as rocket-powered missiles or dropped from the air as guided bombs. The missile carries a relatively small warhead and is designed to be a precision, low-damage weapon for irregular warfare. AGM-114 Hellfire missiles. The AGM-114 Hellfire is an American air-to-ground missile first developed for anti-armor use, then later developed for precision drone strikes against other types of targets, especially high-value targets. Initially developed under the name Heliborne Laser, the fire-and-forget missile later became the colloquial name Hellfire, which eventually became the missile's official name.